I've been watching YouTube videos that are tutorials and rules explanations and that type of thing online. So I thought I would put in my 2 cents and show you what I do with Global War 36 as far as just like a cheat sheet or a quick reference guide. And so today I'm going to talk about, I've created a little reference guide for each of the countries. So I'll show you what I do for that. I mean, there are just so many rules in Global War 36, and they're all over the place in the rule book. I mean, the rule book is enormous, and so what I attempted to do is try to make it all, just put it all visually up in one place, so I could just sort of at a glance see everything that's going on. So what I did is this is just a regular, dry erase marker board, but it's magnetic. And so I took a whole bunch of roundels that I had from Axis and Allies, and I glued just a magnet on the back. Like here, you can see the magnets right there. I just glued them on. They stick on now. I bought just a bunch of magnets off of I don't know, Amazon or Target or something like that, and got those. And so then what I've done is I pinned these up, and I'll show you. I'll start out with Germany. So here's Deutschland, and any of these round ones right here, these are all bonuses, IPP bonuses. So you can see that there's the number on them. It's pretty clear, and at a glance, I can sort of see all of my IPP bonuses. So right now, the only one I have is that Sweden is neutral, and so what I do to mark that is I just take one of these roundels right here, and I just pop it right up there, and it stays there until things change. So those are the round ones. And I also, this is one that I just kept on forgetting, is this blue division. So the nationalists won the Spanish Civil War, and so I just put a roundel up here just to remind me every turn. After every turn, I just glance at this board to see what's going on, and I'm calculating my income anyways. And that just helps to remind me what's going on. So then the second thing I have on here is any of these octagons. These are like one-time powers. So you can see the two big ones for Germany are the Blitzkrieg, and it's just got like a basic, this is what you can do, and this is when you can do it, and then the Soviet surprise attack. So it's just like a big old reminder on there, oh, these are your powers. The first time I ever played this game, I forgot about the January 41 deadline, and it passed, and I just lost the ability to do that. So I thought I would make it like really, really super duper obvious, rather than like paging through the rule book over and over and over again. And then any of these square ones are just like general abilities that the country has. So like here's the free tech roll for technological superiority. You don't want to forget that. There is the fact that you control the Spanish, the nationalists, and can lend lease to them, the annexation, the special alignments, and controlling Vichy France. And then I also have this right here. Anything in a box like this are the pacts that you can do. So this just reminds me that I've gone into that pact with the Soviet player, and so I get an extra 5 IPPs a turn. And then finally my special unit. And with this special unit, it's got what the unit is, and it's got the values right here, and then any special abilities. And these values right here, this is attack, defense, movement, and cost. And this corresponds to, in another video, I'll show you. I made these little cheat sheets for my various units, and so but those colors correspond to them. So like the cavalry right here, their attack is 3, their defense is 2, their movement is 2, and their cost is 3, and it's those same 4 colors. So once I get used to those colors right there, then anytime that I put it up on one of these cheat sheets right here, it's the exact same colors. I didn't feel like I had to write it up there. So this one right here is for the Germans, and then the Italians are below it, and you can see all of their information is right there. Beside it, I have one whole one for Japan. Japan are a little bit different. They have a whole bunch more of these like individual islands and stuff that they can get IPPs for. And then I have this right up here. This is the U.S. oil trade. So they start out with a 3. So at the beginning of the game, this would be 3 income that they're getting from trade with the U.S. But then every time they make a combat move into a land zone, they decrease that by 1. So I just move it down to 1, and then eventually it just moves off the board completely. And again, it's just a nice reminder. And so you can see that here are their two abilities, the warships, when war is declared or when war begins, and their surprise attack. Here are all of their powers, I suppose, or things that are special to their nation. I've got the Japanese-Soviet non-aggression pact right there, their special naval landing forces, and then another thing I guess that is special is that they get the Japanese get 6 kamikaze attacks, and you can do 2 per turn. And so what I did was I just took this little tiny magnet and put it on there, again, and every time I do one of these, I can just move down and slide it down, so I can just keep track of what's going on with that. So that is the axis right there. The allies are here, and you can see I have one for Britain and Anzac and the Far East Command. It's sort of all together in their special units. The U.S. takes up a small amount of space. So they've got their, all the things that they can do. I also decided I put this on here as well because I kept on, anything that I kept on looking up in the rules over and over and over again, I would just put up on this board. And so here are their income determined actions, all the different things that they can do, just summarized. You still have to read the rules for all this stuff, like you got to know what's going on. And I still find myself checking the rules on all these, but it's just a good reminder of like, oh yeah, here's what you can do. Here's your special powers. And then there's one page for the Soviet Union. So you can see that here are their IPP bonuses. Here are the 2 pacts that they can engage in. Here are their special abilities. And I thought that since this is such an important one right here, the German surprise attack, that I would throw it on theirs as well. And then some special abilities that they have here, and of course their special unit. And then the very last one right down here at the bottom is the China CCP. So again, I use this as a board where I can just sort of keep everything visual, and I'm always checking the board. Like whenever it's a turn, I just find myself glancing at the board to see what's going on and what I have and what I'm aiming for. And it's particularly helpful, if I'm here at the game board, if I'm playing, it doesn't take too much for me to be looking at some sort of situation that's going on, and then just glance up at the board and see where we're at and see what I'm looking for and see what my values are, so on and so forth. So I find that's really helpful, and if you find it's helpful too, then fantastic. Print it out, get yourself a board, and yeah, good for you.